Welcome to Corewisdom, the channel for choice, worth, growth, and wisdom. I hope everybody is doing okay. Today, I just want to say a few words about freedom because that's a very, very broad thing, and freedom can be so much. It can be freedom of expression. It can be freedom to do what you like in your workplace or within your home, within your relationships. As I was saying, freedom, it can be a lot of things. But what is it really? And do we have enough freedom in our lives? And if not, how can we achieve more freedom? And this is a little exciting to think about because if I'm going to reflect upon my own life and what freedom means for me, then I would say that to me, freedom is to express myself as I wish, and freedom is to not be bound by things in my life. And for those of you who knows me, you already know that I'm struggling with a few things. Or most of all, I'm struggling with a very serious and heavy eating disorder, and that is a thing that takes a lot of freedom from me. So I'm constantly trying to figure out how can I recreate my own freedom and break free from the boundaries that my eating disorder is laying upon me. And it's complicated and it's difficult. If it was easy, I would be well a long time ago. But maybe that's why it's become so important for me to achieve freedom in other places in my life. So I want to encourage you guys to reflect a bit upon what is freedom for you, and are you feeling enough freedom? And is there any part of your life that you feel that you could achieve bigger freedom, but you might be afraid? And I want to illustrate this with a little mental picture, because we are living beings. And sometimes it feels like we are like flowers that are being picked and placed in a flower bed or this case. And we're a lot of flowers that are placed next to each other. And we're supposed to grow and thrive in this little flower bed. And that's a little bit problematic when I think about it, because maybe you are placed next to flowers, and in this context, the flowers that are next to you are the people in your life. It could be your coworkers, it could be your family, and so on. It could be anyone, as long as there is someone in your life. And sometimes certain people in our lives are maybe they tend to eat us a bit. You know, when you feel drained when you are with someone and that person are spilling all of their problems on you and expecting you to be there and maybe clean up their mess, or at least listen to them and listen to their problems. And okay, it's completely okay to be an empathic human being that are helping other people, but not everybody has the same boundaries. And when you are unaware of your own boundaries, they tend to be stepped over by someone else. And this takes me back to that mental picture of being a flower in a flower bed. Because you can view that person in your life as next to you as someone who their roots are infiltrating your own roots, and your growth place is getting smaller and smaller and smaller because that flower next to you, which could be anyone in your life, are just eating up your space. And it becomes hard for you to grow and thrive because you feel like your space are getting smaller and smaller because of the flower next to you. You see what I mean with this? So I think it's very hard, really, to find freedom. And that flower next to you, it could also be like when we are in this flower bed, like society has put us in this space and we're supposed to be there. We're supposed to be in this space and we're supposed to grow there and we're supposed to thrive there. But as soon as you are trying to do something different with your life and you're trying to reach further, society comes and puts you down again. Maybe by putting even more flowers next to you so that every space is feeling tighter, or maybe placing you in a smaller case. I don't know. This picture could be expressed in so many ways, but I think you know what I'm trying to say here. It's not natural for us to be confined into small spaces. It's not natural at all. But society has taught us that this is the safe thing. It's safe to be within certain boundaries. And if you want to stay safe, be quiet and behave and don't be different. As long as you can follow those rules, everything will be okay. But I don't think that's the case. Literally. Because the natural thing would be to be out in free soil and be able to expand your roots in every direction you want. So how can we achieve higher freedom without stepping on anyone and without putting ourselves in any kind of risk? That's a tough question. And I think that I might need to ponder this for a while. But I think that as long as you're listening to your gut feeling and your intuition and your body and your heart and mind, those will give you good indicators of where you need to expand yourself. Because we can break free. We can expand ourselves without stepping on anyone else. It's possible. But you need to find those areas in your life that are holding you back. And those are the ones that you need to work on. And it's possible to do that. It's possible to find those levels in your life that you feel are confining you in some sort of way. And maybe the main obstacle is your own courage. Because maybe you have been accepting the fact that society tells you that you can't do this or you can't do that, and that's not appropriate and so on. But we don't need to accept everything if we feel that this is something you can't resonate with. Because in order to grow and to develop yourself, you have to find your own space. You have to find your own rhythm. And you have to be able to move into directions that feels good for you, that nourishes you. Think about the dandelion or dandelion. They can break through the most harsh surfaces. And I think maybe sometimes you have to create a bit of that dandelion power within yourself in order to break free from certain surfaces that feels hard to get through, because it's possible, but you have to get some sort of sense of what area in your life is this for you, and you need to start working on it. So get to work on expressing yourself. Get to work on finding your own path and creating your own freedom. Okay, just some words from me today about freedom. I hope that this was something that you could resonate with. And I just want to say in the end here that subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and click on the bell button so that you get every notifications when we create new content. And if you like this content, then give us a thumb up or share our video. Okay, so I wish you all a wonderful day and week. Take care of each other. Bye then.